You regret it when the silence starts to scream my name. When the man you thought was broken walks through fire unchanged. You had me when I needed you. Now watch what I become without you. I remember every promise that you made like it was written in stone. Every I got you that disappeared the second I was alone. Funny how people love your victory but disappear in the fight. Everybody wants to photograph, nobody wants the sleepless nights. I was calling out for help with my pride underneath my tongue, trying not to let the world see how badly I was coming undone. Yeah, you saw the cracks in my armor and you called them weakness. I called it being human, you called it a reason to leave me speechless. I gave you pieces of me I couldn't replace. You took them like they were nothing and walked away from my face. I don't hate you, that's the part you probably won't understand. I just finally learned I can't keep drowning trying to hold your hand. And if you ever wonder why I stopped explaining my pain, it's because I realize some people only listen when you're winning again. So let the door close, let the memories burn, let every lesson hurt until there's nothing left to learn. I don't need revenge, I don't need your apology. I just need enough distance to finally become me. You'll regret it when you see what I became. You'll remember every second that you treated me like shame. You'll regret it when the whole world knows my name. I was dying for your presence, now I'm stronger from the pain. You thought losing me would break me, but it taught me how to stand. You didn't bury what was left of me, you built the man I am. You'll regret it, and maybe someday you'll regret it, but by the time you finally do, I won't even be there to hear it. You didn't see the nights I sat awake, questioning my worth. Didn't see me staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of the hurt. Didn't see the messages I typed and deleted every night. Didn't see me choosing not to call because I knew I'd lose my pride. You only saw the final version when I finally walked away. Never saw the 1,000 times I begged myself to stay. You thought my silence meant I didn't care anymore. Truth is I care so much I couldn't recognize myself before. I was loyal to a fault, I was faithful to the dream. I defended people privately who wouldn't defend me in a scene. I made excuses for the ones who never made one for me, and called it unconditional love when really I was scared to leave. That's the part nobody tells you. Sometimes losing someone isn't the tragedy. Sometimes losing them is the first time you finally find yourself. And I found myself. Now I wake up different, not because the pain disappeared, but because I stopped running from it. I started turning every scar into a sentence, every failure into a lesson, every lonely night into another reason to never beg for acceptance again. I don't need you to admit you were wrong, I don't need you to call me, I don't need you to tell everybody that you were the one who couldn't see. Because one day they'll ask you, didn't you know what you had? And you'll remember the person who stayed when leaving would have been easier. You'll remember the person who believed in you when nobody else did. You'll remember the person you thought would always be there. And that's when it's gonna hurt, because I'm not coming back. You'll regret it when you see what I became. You'll remember every second that you treated me like shame. You'll regret it when the whole world knows my name. I was dying for your presence, now I'm stronger from the pain. You thought losing me would break me, but it taught me how to stand. You didn't bury what was left of me, you built the man I am. You'll regret it, and maybe someday you'll regret it, but by the time you finally do, I won't even be there to hear it. And to everybody who disappeared when my life got dark, I remember every face, every name, every missing heart. Don't feel guilty now, because the sun came back around. You don't get to claim the harvest when you never helped plant the ground. You weren't there when I was broke, you weren't there when I was scared. You weren't there when I questioned if anybody even cared. But now you're watching, funny. Now suddenly you have something to say. Now suddenly you wanna know how I survived the day you thought would finish me. don't blame you. How to sit alone without feeling empty. Every goodbye taught me how to stop chasing people. Every betrayal taught me that loyalty without boundaries can become self-destruction. And every time somebody walked away, I walked closer to myself. If you're listening to this, and somebody left you when you needed them most, don't spend the rest of your life trying to make them feel guilty. Build a life that makes their absence irrelevant, because the best revenge isn't watching them suffer. It's becoming someone who no longer needs their regret. I used to think my biggest loss was the person who walked away. Now I realize my biggest loss would have been becoming someone I hated just to make somebody stay. So I chose myself, and yeah, it cost me people, it cost me comfort, it cost me friendships, it cost me nights where the room felt bigger because there was nobody beside me. But it gave me something I never had before: peace. Real peace, the kind that doesn't need permission, the kind that doesn't disappear when somebody stops texting, the kind that doesn't collapse when somebody changes their mind. I don't wake up asking who stayed anymore. I wake up asking, what am I building today? And that's a question you can't answer for me. You'll regret it when you see me standing tall. You thought I needed you beside me, I survived without you all. You'll regret it when you hear these words and know every scar you left behind me was a road I had to grow. You thought losing me would break me, you thought I wouldn't understand, but pain put a fire in my chest and failure put strength in my hands. You'll regret it, maybe tomorrow, maybe years from now, maybe when you're sitting alone and finally understand what you threw away. But don't come looking, because the version of me you knew doesn't live here anymore. Don't tell me you miss me if you only miss who I was. Don't tell me you're proud if you were embarrassed by my scars. Say you always believe when I remember what you said. Don't rewrite history, cause you finally see where I ended up instead. I remember the laughter, I remember the doubt, I remember being surrounded by people and still feeling alone in a crowd. I remember asking myself, what did I do wrong? And maybe that's what hurt the most. I spent so long looking for the problem in me that I never questioned whether I was standing beside the wrong people. Now I know some doors don't close because you're unwanted. Some doors close because you're being redirected. Some people leave because they were never meant to see the next chapter. And some endings are actually rescue missions. So if you're hearing this alone tonight, I want you to understand something. You don't have to prove your worth to the person who refused to see it. You don't have to beg somebody to recognize what you bring. You don't have to become louder just because somebody made you feel invisible. Sometimes your strongest move is walking away quietly. No announcement, no revenge post, no final paragraph, just goodbye. And then you build. I built when nobody watched, I worked when nobody clapped. I kept going when the only voice in the room was the one inside my head saying, don't quit. I failed and failed again, then failed so many times I stopped counting. But failure stopped being an enemy when I realized it was training me. Every loss gave me information, every rejection gave me direction, every closed door made me knock harder on the next one. I don't need a perfect past to create a powerful future. I don't need everybody to believe in me. I just need enough courage to believe in myself. One more time, then I doubt myself. That's it, that's the difference. You don't have to feel strong every day. You just have to refuse to surrender permanently. Because maybe you're not behind, maybe you're rebuilding, maybe you're not failing, maybe you're learning when nobody taught you. Maybe the chapter you're embarrassed about is the chapter that makes your comeback believable. Don't delete the chapter, use it. You'll regret it when you see what I became. Every wound became a weapon, every lost I was learning how to rise. You thought losing me would break me, but I found my way again. You thought the story ended there, that was only where it began. You'll regret it. Yeah, you probably will, but I don't need you to, because I've already won. The moment I stop needing your validation to feel whole. This one's for the person who got left on red for the last time. For the person who smiled all day then cried when the lights went out. For the person who keeps saying I'm fine because explaining the truth feels exhausting. For the person whose friends changed. For the person whose family didn't understand. For the person who gave everything and still got told it wasn't enough. Listen, you are not the worst thing that ever happened to you. You are not the mistake you made at 17. You are not the relationship that failed. You are not the job that rejected you. You are not the person who walked away. You're the person who gets to decide what happens next. And if nobody has told you lately, I'm proud of you for still being here. Now make the next chapter worth surviving for. Maybe they'll never apologize. Maybe they'll never understand. Maybe they'll tell their version and make themselves the hero. Let them. You don't need to correct every false story. Time has a way of revealing character. You just keep walking, because eventually you won't care what they say. Eventually you'll hear their name and feel nothing. No anger, no sadness, no desire to return. Just gratitude that the chapter ended before it destroyed the whole book. I don't want revenge anymore. I want freedom. I want mornings where I don't remember the pain first. I want success that doesn't require me to prove somebody wrong. I want people around me who don't disappear when life gets ugly. I want love that doesn't make me question my worth. I want a life where my younger self can look at me and finally say, you made it. And when I get there, I won't turn around to see who regrets leaving. I'll keep moving, because here's the truth, I wish I'd learned sooner. You can spend your whole life waiting for somebody to regret losing you, or you can become so whole that their regret doesn't matter anymore. That's the comeback. Not making them hurt, not making them jealous, not proving them wrong, becoming someone you never thought you could be. You'll regret it, you'll regret it, but I won't be waiting there. I spent too many years believing I was nothing without your care. You'll regret it, you'll regret it, when you finally understand the person you abandoned was the person who learned to stay. You'll regret it, you'll regret it, but there's nothing left to say. You lost the version of me that would have begged for you to stay. Now the tears became the thunder, now the fear became the flame. Now the man you thought was finished has remembered his own name. You'll regret it, but I won't, because losing you taught me how to choose me. So if somebody left you when you were at your lowest, don't spend tonight wondering why they couldn't stay. Ask yourself, who am I gonna become because they didn't? And if you're still hurting, keep going. If you're still angry, keep going. If nobody believes in you, keep going. Because one day, the person who walked away might look back and regret it. But when that day comes, I hope you're too busy living the life you once prayed for to even notice. You'll regret it. I won't. I survived it!